Welcome back, dear students. Good, we are now starting another section where we'll take a real life reward project, which is ERC20 token, and try to create it, have it on EVM using vanilla or native Solidity. Then we'll now see modifying it to Solang Solidity for Solana, which is our main focus, so that you learn a lot about how some just modification we've learned about Solang Solidity from just the vanilla Solidity. Now, this first section, we really just want to look at token library, because we are dealing the main spotlight project for this course, like we always do, is to try to look at a related reward project and then take it through the course. So as you learn syntax, learn this, you can also have a first-hand experience of how these are actually used for real. So now we will need the library, which we have explained earlier. For the Ethereum, the most popular library is OpenZeppelin. So if you have been with the vanilla Solidity, you would have heard about them and used them in your smart contracts severally. So OpenZeppelin is like an open source platform project that they have with lots of smart contracts developers and engineers develop battle tested smart contracts, which over time has transformed to become library, and interfaces that you can use to kickstart your own smart contract on Ethereum. So what that means is that if you are building using native or vanilla Solidity, you don't need to write a lot of all these codes again. You just need to, some basic things like you want to deploy an ERC20 token now, you just need to be able to change your name, the name for the token you want, the supply, will it be mintable, will it be burnable, you get all those things. Those are just things, but the actual code, all those things has been written. You just need to import it. You remember when we learned about import libraries and all those things. So you just need to import it, and then you can start using the function. You can also override anyone you don't want or that you want to customize and things like that. So the major one is the OpenZeppelin. Whereas when you compare, because on EVM, on Ethereum, for example, you don't have like a single smart contract for ERC20 token. So ERC20 token is the EIP for Ethereum for a fungible token. That's a type of token that's like your normal money that you can divide and they are always equal. Understand? It doesn't matter if I have a whole of $100 bill. I have it. I want to buy something, but it's $100 US. I send it. It's the same thing as if I have that, let's say a paper bill, and it is one, let's say 20 USD, another is 50, another is 20, and that's about 4. Another is 10. They had it is 100. So it doesn't, either you break it into pieces, either it's still the same. I can always take balance and things like that. So that's what is fungible, because it's interchangeable with each other. And like I used to do an example, if you lend me 1,000 USD now, and you just, let's say 1,000, just one bill, or you transfer it to, let's say one bill, physical bill, paper now, and you give it to me, I say, okay, after a month, I should return it to you. If I want to return it, I may decide to return it in 500. That's 2 bills, 500, 500, 1,000. I may decide to return it in 100, 100, 100, 10. You understand all those things are? What really matters to you is when you count it, it should be 1,000 what USD bill. You understand the point now? You can't say, no, when I was giving you this money, I gave you a old one. So any other thing that is not the old one or that precise one I gave you, I can't take it back, because it's not, no, it doesn't work like, because it's interchangeable. That's the same thing when it comes to fungible. And at the same time, when you are now building that on the EVM using vanilla Solidity, you need to import all these smart contracts. You still see it in the upcoming lesson, just explaining the library. So you can be able to use the library, then set it up and deploy. But there's no particular one on the Ethereum blockchain, for example, that interacts with. Compared to Solana, Solana already deploy a program which, remember, the code side, you can deploy to interact with it. You understand now? So that also have libraries you can use to interact with it, and that is called the SPL program library. So the SPL, Solana program library. So these are combination of all the libraries, the interfaces that you can use to quickly make deploying fungible token, NFT, and a lot more on Solana much easier. So we are going to use the SPL program library instead of OpenZeppelin, which is for the vanilla. So hope you got it. I'm able to make the clarity. So as we build it, like I said, all these are just so that by the time we start doing it, you don't just get confused. So you don't need to always keep all these things in mind. These content are always there for you to come back if you forget any. But also, as you go, you begin to see them in action again. It gets stick to your head more as you work more with them. So like this now is the SPL token SPL1, which you can see this. Then we have the OpenZeppelin as well, which you see us importing in the smart contract for the ERC20. Then when we try to modify it to become SPL fungible token, so token on Solana is referred to that SPL token, fungible token program. So once we have that, we'll be able to create our custom fungible SPL fungible token. So maybe in future courses we'll look at non-fungible token, that's NFT. Take it and maybe modify it and things like that. So you can see it now. These are the library you will use for Solang. This is what you will use for Solang. And then you can use this for, and I think officially as well, Solang provide about two, which one is like this SPL, because in Solana, it is this single one that you will use, single one that works for both fungible and non-fungible. So it's just some things that will be different, you adjust. Unlike Ethereum or EVM, that is, they are on different class, yeah. So totally different. ERC20 is totally different from ERC721. Yeah. So that's the major thing I just want to clarify before we start going into, looking through creating the ERC20 token. Then by the time you start saying importing OpenZeppelin, you don't get confused that what is this that we are using. You already know what it's about. That's it. If you have questions, guest talk, need support, always get connected to us through the community, at least down on the Discord, and we'll be there to support you. That's it. Always keep the programming spirit and alive. Your assurance to succeed as a programmer in the long term. And I remain Solomon Foske. See you in the next lesson. Peace.